Hello, everyone. Welcome to another video of the IELTS reading course by Go Inter Academy. In this video, we will look at how to answer one of the most challenging question types in the reading section, which is the matching heading question type. This is a task where you're given a list of short phrases and you need to match each one of them to the correct paragraph in the passage. For example, you're asked what's the main idea of paragraph A, and you choose the best heading from the list provided. As we can see here in paragraph B, it's already been answered for us, where heading 3 is the correct heading for this paragraph. Now, what we're going to do next is look at the remaining paragraphs and determine which headings fit best to each of them. Now, let's take a look at paragraph A to first understand the main idea, before we look at the list of possible headings. Paragraph A talks about how ancient civilizations, especially the Romans, dealt with water problems. They built aqueducts and pipes to bring water from distant places, and their sewer systems were advanced enough to meet city needs. So, let's go through the list of headings and eliminate the ones we don't need one by one. Heading 1. Scientists urge a shift in water policies. So, in this paragraph, there's no mention of any scientists or policies, so we can cross this out. Heading 2. Factors contributing to lower water usage. Again, this paragraph talks about increasing access to water, not reducing the usage, so we can cross it out as well. Heading 4. Traditional water systems are no longer used. Paragraph A talks about how Roman systems work, but not that they're outdated or abandoned. So again, we cross it out as well. Heading 5. Environmental consequences. There's not been any mention of negative impacts on nature or the environment, so this heading doesn't fit with paragraph A as well. Heading 6. Money spent on new technology development. Paragraph A didn't mention anything about money or new technology, so we take it out. Heading 7. The connection between water and public health. While paragraph A did talk about citizens having access to clean water, it was not the main focus of the paragraph, so we can take it out too. Heading 8. Dealing with worries about the growing population numbers. There is some mention of growing settlements, but again, the focus is on water systems, not on population worries, so we take it out. Heading 9. An unexpected increase in water demand. Paragraph A did not talk about any drops in demand, so again, we are also going to take it out. Heading 10. The necessity of higher construction standards. This paragraph says Roman systems were already impressive. It doesn't say we need to improve or anything, so heading 10 does not fit as the heading of paragraph A. So, what's left? Only one heading remains, and it hasn't been used yet. Heading 11. Water management techniques in ancient civilization. So this heading is a perfect match. The entire paragraph is about how ancient civilizations, especially the Romans, managed water using aqueducts, pipes, and sewers. The focus of the paragraph is how they did it, so we can say that this heading is the best match for paragraph A. So, the answer for this paragraph is heading 11. Now we move to paragraph C. In paragraph C, it mentions how over 1 billion people lack access to clean water. Over 2 billion have poor sanitation. Children are dying from waterborne diseases. Even though there's been progress, the situation is still not solved. So this paragraph is clearly about the impact of poor water access on public health. If we look at the list of headings that we went through earlier while answering paragraph A, we find that heading 7, Water and Public Health, is the most suitable one, because the whole paragraph is about how the lack of clean water and sanitation leads to disease and death, especially in children. Some of you may be wondering why heading 8, dealing with worries about growing population numbers, is not the correct heading for this paragraph. Although this paragraph mentions billions of people have been affected by the lack of access to clean water, the topic of growing population is not really the main focus of this paragraph. That's why heading 8 is not the correct heading for paragraph C. The correct heading for paragraph C is heading 7. Now we look at paragraph D. Paragraph D looks at the issue of people being displaced from reservoir construction, disruptions of ecosystems, soil degradations, and conflicts over water rights. So, the core message here is that water policies and large-scale projects have caused harm to people and the environment. Now let's take a look at some of the possible headings that may fit this paragraph. Heading 1. Scientists urge a shift in water policies. This paragraph talked about water policies, but it didn't mention anything about scientists or any changes. So, heading 1 is not really the correct heading for paragraph D. Heading 10. The necessity of higher construction standards. Paragraph D talked about bad outcomes from construction, but it didn't mention any calls for better standards. The focus here is on the damage, not the solution. Now, what's left? Heading 5. Environmental consequences. As we looked earlier, paragraph D looked at human consequences and the disrupted ecosystem caused by reservoir and water policies. All of these fall under negative environmental and social impacts due to water mismanagement. So this heading, environmental consequences, is the best match for paragraph D. So heading 5 is the correct answer. Moving on to paragraph E. This paragraph talks about how we are in the 21st century, and there is a shift happening in water resource management. Experts are pushing to optimize existing resources instead of building new things. But there's still resistance from institutions that prefer old-school extension. Still, the paragraph believes that methods recommended by the experts are the best solutions to give people access to clean water and reduce illnesses. So this is very straightforward. If we look at the remaining headings, we can see that heading 1, scientists urge a shift in water policies, is the most suitable one. So heading 1 is the correct answer for paragraph E. Moving on to paragraph F. This paragraph tells us that the use of water was expected to rise fast, but it didn't. In developed countries, water withdrawal has slowed down, even with growth and urbanization. Because of this unexpected drop, there's been less pressure to build big new water projects. Now let's look at some possible headings. Heading 2. Factors contributing to lower water usage. Now this heading sounds close. Paragraph F mentioned that water use has been slowing down, but it didn't talk about why it has been slowing down. So it is not the correct heading for this paragraph. The correct heading, however, is heading 9. Unexpected decrease in water demand. This heading is a perfect fit because the entire paragraph is built around the idea that water demand did not increase as expected, which is exactly what the unexpected decrease in water demand means. So the final answer for paragraph F is heading 9. Now let's take a look at the remaining 2 paragraphs, starting with paragraph G. The main focus for paragraph G here is on why water demands have stabilized. For example, Japan reducing water use in industry and the US reducing water use because of irrigation and industrial upgrade. So the key idea here is, what caused water use to stop increasing? The answer is efficiency improvement due to technology. This main idea completely aligns with the previous heading that we looked at earlier, which is heading 2. Factors contributing to lower water usage. This heading matches exactly because it answers the question, why? Why is water use no longer rising rapidly? So the correct answer for paragraph G is heading 2. Now we go to the last paragraph, paragraph H. Paragraph H tells us that even though water conservation has improved, new infrastructure is still needed, especially in developing countries. Future projects must follow stricter environmental guidelines and higher accountability. Let's look at the remaining headings. Heading 4. Traditional water systems are no longer used. The paragraph talks about building new infrastructure, not abandoning old systems. So we take this heading out. Heading 6. Money spent on new technology development. So this one is tricky. Paragraph H did mention financial problems, but it didn't say anything about investment in new technology. So we're going to take this out as well. So that leaves us with this one. Heading 10. The necessity of higher construction standards. This heading clearly supports the idea in the paragraph that future water infrastructure must meet higher accountability measures. So this one is the correct answer for paragraph H. Okay, everyone, so that is a wrap for matching heading question type. I know it's a lot to take in, but remember, a lot of students fail these sections not because they didn't understand the text, but because they made quick assumptions, spotting a keyword in a paragraph and grabbing the first heading that sounds close. The key here is to read the entire paragraph, not just the first line. You may find the main idea sometimes in the middle or at the end of the paragraph, so never assume too soon. That's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.